We will conduct a draft simulation analysis focusing on the Philadelphia Eagles. It is essential to acknowledge your participation in this discussion. An NFL draft analyst released a new simulation this week, and we will investigate who is expected to be chosen by the Eagles. Additionally, another renowned draft analyst also presented a new simulation, revealing the projected selection for the Eagles at pick 32. We will cover all of this and dive into discussions about the Eagles draft, but first, let's begin with this statement. We trust Howie. If there's any anxiety about what decisions Howie Roseman will make during the draft, it's worth showing support for the content. We will start by analyzing the draft and review all selections until we reach the Eagles' pick at 32. The first player projected to be selected is Cam Ward, a standout quarterback from Miami, expected to be chosen by the Titans, preparing for a promising future at quarterback. There is confidence in his potential, showing the ability to perform under pressure, making him one of the most exciting players in this draft class. Abdul Carter, an edge rusher from Penn State, is expected to go to the Cleveland Browns at pick number 2. With Abdul Carter on one side and Myles Garrett on the other, there are concerns about the starting quarterback's performance this season, as other options are also being considered. For the Giants, who urgently need a quarterback, Shatter Sanders is projected to be the pick at number 3. He is a player who generates mixed opinions, throwing with exceptional touch, anticipation, and accuracy. His composure in the pocket is impressive, and there are expectations about his performance at the professional level. As for Garrett, the financial aspect has always been a priority. Winning has never been the main focus. The Giants are in a critical situation with a need for a quarterback, and Shatter Sanders appears as the projected pick for the 3rd spot. He demonstrates excellent touch, accuracy, and anticipation in his throws. While his mobility as an athlete is somewhat limited, and he doesn't have an exceptionally strong arm, he is an intelligent quarterback, and there's excitement to see him compete at the professional level. Travis Hunter, an extraordinary two-way player from Colorado, stands out as players from this school are being chosen consistently. Shatter is projected for the Giants at number 3, and Travis Hunter for the Patriots at the 4th pick. He is expected to contribute as a wide receiver. As Drake, May could benefit from additional support, and there is much belief in Drake May's potential. Mason Graham is another admired player from this class. Although he did not stand out in the NFL Combine tests, he is projected to the Jaguars at pick 5, filling their need at defensive tackle. Ashton Jenney is expected to be selected early by the Las Vegas Raiders at pick 6, while Tyler Warren, a robust tight end from Penn State, is expected to make an immediate impact. Jalen Walker brings versatility and skill to his game, and with Georgia players being favored by Howie Roseman, it's likely that he will become a significant contributor at the next level. The prediction for Walker is that he will go to Carolina with the 8th pick. Jackson Dart is a surprising selection for the New Orleans Saints, as they are looking for a young quarterback to develop behind the current starter. Mike Williams, another solid player from Georgia, is expected to join the Bears at pick 10, and it's believed that Chicago should focus on strengthening their offensive line. Armameu is projected for the San Francisco 49ers at the 11th pick, regarded as the best offensive tackle in this class based on his impressive performance against elite edge rushers. Omari Hampton has been compared to DeMarco Murray and is seen as a great addition to the Cowboys at pick 12. Will Campbell faces questions about the length of his arms, but is known for his excellent footwork and is headed to the Miami Dolphins at pick 13. The second tight end selected will be Colston Loveland from Michigan, who is expected to join the Indianapolis Colts, who certainly need his skills. Mike Green has some character concerns, but his stats speak for themselves, with more than 17 sacks last year playing for Marshall. Atlanta is looking for an edge rusher, and Will Johnson is recognized as a significant playmaker at quarterback. The Miami Dolphins select the 13th tight end pick, Colston Loveland from Michigan, who will join the Indianapolis Colts. They really need an athlete for that position, and despite doubts about Mike Green's character, his performance is noteworthy, with over 17 sacks last season. The Atlanta Falcons are in search of an edge rusher, and Will Johnson stands out as a great player at quarterback. Jonathan Gannon will certainly enjoy utilizing his skills. Shamar Stewart, an edge rusher from Texas A&M, is selected by the Cincinnati Bengals at pick 17. Nick Amani, an exceptional athlete at safety, may not yet have a well-developed game instinct, but if the Seahawks could develop his potential, he could become an excellent player. Jihad Campbell, a linebacker from Alabama, is a safe pick for Tampa Bay at pick 19. Ted McMillan presents some concerns about his speed. Although he is a taller, less physical wide receiver, he is arguably the best wide receiver in this relatively weak group. Harrison, a cornerback from Kentucky, was chosen by Washington at pick 29, a necessity to strengthen their defense. Kenneth Grant, who played alongside Mason Graham at Michigan, joins Buffalo at pick 30. Kelvin Banks goes to the Chiefs at pick 31, as there is a clear need for strengthening that offensive line after pass pressures. And finally, Walter Nolan, a defensive tackle, is mentioned by an analyst as a pick for the Eagles. If Walter Nolan reaches 32 and the general manager opts for this selection, it would be a highly praised pick, as his performance against the run and as a pass rusher is impressive, along with his explosion and intensity. With 13 games, he registered 48 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, and 35 pressures, a remarkable performance at the college level, along with 3 broken passes and 2 forced fumbles. Losing a player, opting for someone like Walter Nolan, who has similar traits, is a valid strategy. Over the last 2 years, he really stood out, accumulating 10.5 sacks and 16 pressures in consecutive seasons. One analyst commented on Walter Nolan in relation to Philadelphia, and this would mark the 3rd time in 4 years that a franchise selects a defensive tackle, highlighting the general manager's preference for the trenches on the first day of the draft. The defensive line struggled in a crucial game. A player had 2 sacks and is now on a new team with a big contract, which could lead the general manager to seek more reinforcements. Nolan stands out for his disruptive nature, explosive traits, and strong hands, having recorded 6.5 sacks and 15 stops against the running game last year. And although he didn't attend a prestigious university, he remains connected with top-level defensive tackles. What stands out about him is that he is not just a tackle focused on pass rush. With explosive attributes and impressive strength in his hands, he accumulated 6.5 sacks and 15 tackles for loss in the previous season. While he didn't play at Georgia, he still maintains a bond with the team, especially regarding SEC defensive tackles. What stands out about him is that he is not just a player focused on pressure, unlike a previous athlete. The other player was ranked as the 2nd-best defensive tackle in terms of pass rush performance, but didn't excel in defending the run. In contrast, this athlete shows efficiency in both roles, and there are expectations that he will become a key player for the team in the future. What's your perspective? What position do you believe the team should prioritize with their 32 pick in the draft? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's talk about the Super Bowl gear. You can get yours now and update your wardrobe. No matter where I go, I'm always showing off the gear of the Super Bowl 59 champions, which will forever be remembered as one of the most impressive victories in NFL history, when the team handed one of the top quarterbacks a massive defeat. Next, we transition from one analyst's mock draft to another, which presents the same 4 top picks. Some changes occur in picks 5 through 8, a player for the Jaguars, another for the Raiders, a third for the Jets, preceding the analysis of the other expert. An athlete for Carolina, another for New Orleans, another for Chicago, a player for San Francisco, and one selected early by Dallas. A prospect is chosen at pick 13, another for the Colts at 14, another for the Falcons at 15, and another for Arizona at 16. I had placed him at 32 in my predictions, but another analyst believes he will go to the first half of the first round. A player for Cincinnati, another for Seattle, a third from the same university for the Buccaneers at 19th, another for the Broncos at 20th, and a prospect who continues to be considered a first-rounder, though not as high as the first analyst evaluation, but selected by a team at pick 21st. The narrative pleases me, with an athlete falling to the Chargers at pick 22, another for Green Bay at 23, one for Minnesota at 24, another for Houston at 25, followed by a player for the Rams, an athlete for the Ravens, another for Detroit, and finally a prospect for Washington, a player for Buffalo, another for Kansas City, and the analyst chooses a player for Philadelphia at pick 32. Both the first and second analysts opt for a defensive line player for the team, finishing the first round, and the athlete selected is truly intriguing, but is seen more as a physical threat than a productive player. Comparing his production to a player who played at a renowned university before transferring. This athlete had a previous year where he played 12 games, recording 31 tackles, 6 for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 39 pressures. The pressure numbers are good, but the lack of sacks is concerning. He registered 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble, and the focus of his career has been the absence of sacks, which raises some concerns. It's possible that the team could enhance this athlete and develop him. It's possible he is a good athlete, but seems a bit inexperienced, not as ready to play as the other player, who had 3 years in college with 14 pressures, 26 pressures, and 39 pressures, but only accumulated 1.5 sacks over that time. He had a notable athletic combine with impressive numbers, but is he just an athlete, or could he become a good player? One analyst commented that this player has shown more disorganization than production so far, but the team made a similar move with a prospect a few years ago, which brought positive results. What was observed from this player in the first year? He recorded 1.5 sacks. In the second year, he got up to 6.5 and really stood out during the playoff campaign, adding 4 sacks before the Super Bowl, looking like he was becoming a future star in that position. This athlete received considerable attention during the NFL Combine when he ran A. In his first year, he recorded 1.5 sacks, and in the second year, he climbed to 6.5. His performance during the playoff run was impressive, adding 4 sacks before the final, showing his potential to stand out at the edge rusher position. One athlete caught attention during the NFL Combine with a remarkable time of 4 seconds and 4/10, while another also had an impressive performance at the event. It took 1 year for one of them to reach the current level, which raises the question if the other will also need more time to develop. The draft discussion is heating up, especially regarding the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, I've created a mock draft because talking football is what we love the most. We have a true passion for the sport and love exchanging our analyses about the Eagles. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In the ever-evolving NFL landscape, where offensive linemen are often overlooked, one name stands out: Tristan Wirfs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers stalwart has quietly become one of the most dominant forces in the league, earning 4 consecutive Pro Bowl selections and breaking records along the way. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles, a team already brimming with talent, are making waves with an audacious move. They're eyeing the possibility of landing Wirfs in a game-changing trade. Could this be the next big shockwave to hit the NFL? Tristan Wirfs, who was drafted 13th overall by the Buccaneers in the 2020 NFL Draft, has quickly established himself as one of the premier tackles in the league. His remarkable career began with a Super Bowl win in his rookie year, followed by a consistent and impressive performance that saw him earn multiple All-Pro honors. In 2024, Wirfs' stock soared even higher when he secured a record-breaking contract extension worth $140.63 million, making him the highest-paid offensive lineman in NFL history. His versatility, having seamlessly transitioned from right to left tackle, has only solidified his reputation as one of the most valuable assets in football. However, despite his success with the Buccaneers, whispers around the NFL suggest that the Eagles are ready to make a bold push for the Pro Bowl lineman. With the team already fielding a formidable offensive line, adding Wirfs could elevate their chances of returning to the Super Bowl. A move like this would provide quarterback Jalen Hurts with even more protection, potentially making the Eagles' offense unstoppable. Given Wirfs' ability to adapt to multiple positions, his addition could bring a new dimension to Philly's already elite front five. Tristan Wirfs is not just a physical powerhouse. His technical prowess sets him apart from other offensive linemen. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches and weighing in at 320 pounds, Wirfs combines elite strength with agility, making him a nightmare for opposing pass rushers. His quick feet, combined with exceptional hand placement and balance, allow him to dominate in both run blocking and pass protection. Over the years, he has showcased an uncanny ability to shut down some of the NFL's best defensive ends and linebackers, including the likes of Khalil Mack and Nick Bosa. Wirfs' consistency in keeping his quarterback upright while creating massive lanes in the running game makes him a dual threat on the line. His versatility is another key factor in his appeal. Wirfs has demonstrated the ability to seamlessly transition between the right and left tackle positions, a rare skill that sets him apart in an era where teams demand flexibility from their linemen. His performance at left tackle during the 2024 season was a testament to his adaptability and football IQ. He not only performed at a high level, but did so without skipping a beat, proving his readiness for any challenge thrown his way. This adaptability makes him a perfect fit for the Eagles' dynamic offensive line, which values versatility and a high football IQ. The decision to target Wirfs was not made lightly. Philadelphia Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni has always placed a strong emphasis on building a robust offensive line to protect his quarterback and establish a successful run game. With Jalen Hurts emerging as one of the league's brightest stars, Sirianni understands the need for elite protection up front. Wirfs, with his impressive blend of power, speed, and intelligence, represents exactly the type of player the Eagles need to maintain their championship aspirations. His ability to excel in various offensive schemes would perfectly complement Sirianni's offensive philosophy. Sirianni's endorsement of Wirfs underscores the belief that his addition could elevate the Eagles to a new level of dominance. With Wirfs anchoring the left side of the line, Hurts would have even more time to operate in the pocket, while running backs like Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown would benefit from the added space to break out on plays. The Eagles' offense would be nearly unstoppable, with Wirfs playing a central role in ensuring that every pass is delivered with precision and every run has room to breathe. This pursuit of Wirfs represents a long-term investment in both protection and future success for the franchise. The question now remains, will the Eagles manage to strike a deal with Tampa Bay, or will this pursuit fizzle out before it even begins? With Wirfs entering his prime and his price tag more than justified, this potential acquisition would not just shake up the Eagles roster. It could change the trajectory of their entire season. As the NFL offseason heats up, all eyes will be on this thrilling chase for one of the game's best. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.